Hey guys, welcome back to Kirby's SQL Talk. Today we're going to talk about QnA Maker. So what is QnA Maker? QnA Maker uses Microsoft's bot framework to help you very easily create some bots from some things you already have, like some frequently asked questions. So for example, it's tax season. As of the recording of this video at least, let's go to the IRS website. They have an FAQ. Here it is. You may have something similar in your company. So let's grab the URL to this FAQ. We're going to turn this into a bot and expose it. So QnA Maker, here we go. Let's get started. You may have to sign in, but you go to QnAMaker.ai, and I'm going to create a new service. So click that right there. What's the name of our service? IRS FAQ bot. I'm sure the IRS is going to appreciate me doing this for them. There's a URL that we just grabbed. Okay, simple as that. Nothing else. You could upload a file with Q&A pairs, question and answer pairs. You can create it from scratch, but let's just click the create button. So pretty straightforward. So we're hanging tight. This should only take a few seconds. So now we have our Q&A pairs. You'll notice this is, once again, pulled directly out of the IRS FAQ. So here's our Q&A pairs. So let's test it. We're going to click test right here, and we're going to say, what is a split return? And there it is. It's looked at our knowledge base, and it's returned an answer. Now, if this is incorrect, we can give it different answers as feedback. But let's just test it. Let's check our FAQ to see how it did. What is a split return? A split return lets you divide your refund. See, if we go to our knowledge base here, and we go down to that, what is a split refund? Here is the answer. So that is great. Now, let's test some other things. Like we know it, I think, let's say hi. It says hello. How about if we said hello? What happens? It says no good match. So let's add one. Go to the knowledge base, add a Q&A pair. Click this right here. And I'm going to say hello. And the response is going to be hi there. Okay, let's say save and retrain. And now we're going to test it to see if it picked up our new Q&A pair. You kind of get the idea how easy this is. Let's test it and say hello. See, it got a response. So there we go as far as setting it up. You can spend more time setting it up, but let's go ahead and publish it, and I'll show you what that looks like. Click the publish key, and it's going to ask you to kind of verify some settings here. Everything looks good, so let's just click publish. But what I'm going to do is show you how easy it is to create a web app for a bot in Azure so that you can expose this out through an iFrame. So here we go. Okay, there's a couple things that we're going to use later, so we'll just leave the screen up here. We have, this is our knowledge base ID right here, and this is our subscription key. Those will come into play here in a couple seconds. So we're going out to Azure. Here we're going to create a new web app bot. So click the plus over here for create a resource. You need an Azure account for this, but go down to AI and cognitive services, artificial intelligence and cognitive services. You'll see web app bot. Couple settings we need to pay attention to when we create this. Once again, this is going to expose this Q&A to us so we can embed this in an iFrame and have this as part of your website and impress your boss with how quickly you got a bot up and running. So let's just call this demo IRS bot. See if it allows us to do uppercase. Yep, has no problem with that. I'm going to use an existing resource group. You'd have to create a new resource group if this is the first time, but I have a resource group. It's just an easy way of grouping things together. And if you want to check out the pricing, you can click the link there, but let's pick the free tier now. One other thing to pay attention to, the bot template. Click this. We don't want the C# one here, the basic. We want the question and answer one. So click that, click select, and then you're about to click create, but I say pin to dashboard because then it's easy to find later. So all we've done is given it a name, picked our pricing tier, and made sure that we picked the bot template of question and answer. Let's click create here, and this will probably take 2 or 3 minutes. So I'm going to pause the video as this gets set up for us. Showing you what the experience looks like when it's being set up. It just says deploying web app bot. We'll come back here in another minute when this is finished. Okay, that didn't take very long at all. There it is right there. I pinned it. This is just a little notification. Here we go, demo IRS bot. Click on this. Now we need to make a couple changes to this. So here's our bot. If you go down to application settings here on the left, application settings, and we'll let this screen refresh, and we're going to scroll down, and there's 2 entries we need to make. It's under QnA knowledge base ID and QnA subscription key. Remember, I pointed those out earlier, so let's go back to our QnA Maker. Here's our knowledge base ID right there. We'll grab that guy right there using our Edge browser. Put that one right there. Control V. Now we need our subscription key, which is right here. Let's make sure we don't embed any spaces in there. It should not be a problem, but there we go. Copy, go back to the bot that we, the web app that we just set up, and paste that in there. Click Save, and let that save. It says Updating Web App Settings, and it says it's successfully updated. So kind of the last thing we want to do now is go to Channels. Click Channels, and we're going to see web chat here. This is what we're going to use to get our embed code so that we can put it in an iFrame. You can simply click, and by the way, you can add other channels like Teams or Skype, etc. But for now, click Get Bot Embed Codes, brings this up. Click this bottom here, click here to open the web chat configuration page. So here we are. This is our secret key. We're going to need to put this secret key down here and then put this in an iFrame. So let's go ahead and show that. And I'm going to copy this first. Here's our embed code. Okay, so I've pasted this iFrame code here. Now I need to grab the secret, copy that, and I'm going to put that right here. It makes it real obvious where that secret needs to go. So there's our iFrame code. Now I'm going to go ahead and add this width and height code to this. And so there's our iFrame code. Now I'm going to go to, you can go to jsfiddle.net to test this out. It's a real simple iFrame. So we'll go out here, we'll paste this. Once again, we generated this. We'll click Run, and then down on the bottom right here, we've got our QnA bot embedded. So hello. Hi there. That looks good. Let's type in a question directly off the RS website. What are the tax changes this year? And it gives you a response with links and everything. So this is just putting a real quick demo to show you how to turn an existing set of FAQs that you have using QnA Maker to create a knowledge base and then publish that using this web app from Azure. So thanks for joining us.